Hello and welcome back to another week of Gunners Talk with me, myself, and I. You already know what one. Hopefully, I should be joined by, I'm hoping, Brian and maybe a couple others. I might even open up the lines tonight. Furthermore, I will open up the lines tonight and I'll put it in. I'll put the link in the chat in a bit so I don't forget, innit? But yes, on this week's show, we shall be discussing the 2-1 loss to Villarreal. What are your thoughts on that? The 2-0 win yesterday, and obviously the upcoming game against the second leg, the protest. If you want to talk about the protest, and also, I will be touching on Henri's comments not so long ago, which is kind of brand new. So that's wow. But yeah, before we get on with this show, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, man. Get them likes up, man. I need to get them likes up more. And if you haven't already and you become a member, like I say every week, you can go without a bottle of Coke for a week. Hit that membership button, man. All the perks and that is mad. But yeah, like I said, I should. What I'll do is in about 5-10 minutes time, I'll put the link on the chat so I'll open up the lines. I'll get you lot on this week, and also hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping I'm gonna be joined by Brandon. Who knows? If not, then you got my ugly face anyway. You get me. But yeah, big up to everyone. But yeah, no, might as well kick off the show. You know what? We'll kick off the show with what Henri said, which is very positive, I say. But I've always said it. I believe this deal can go through, but for me, for it to go through, we can't be playing in Europe next season. Now, I know that sounds like, I'll be real with you, that I know that sounds like me saying I'd rather get knocked out so Conkin can lead, and that seems like I'm a pagan fan, but it's perfectly how Tok said it, innit? Yeah. Of course, I'll be a little bit upset if we was to go out. Yeah. If we was to lose in the final, even. Yeah, of course I'm going to be upset. But he said it perfectly. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Now, for me, I believe if we was to win, and I'm not saying we can't win it. I believe we can win it. But if we was to win it, my man's getting Champions League money. He's not getting Europa. Man's getting Champions League money now because we qualify for the Champions League. And the joke is, we qualify, and I think we'll go straight to the top seed, one of the top seeds, or second seed. You think he's selling then? No. He's just made a shitload of money again. You think you're going to sell up then? No. Come on. Do you know what I mean? And for the Arteta hours, yeah, like myself, for me, I feel like if we get knocked out of Europe, if we don't, regardless if it's on Thursday or on, or even if we do get to the final, we lose the final. Yeah, I mean, there will be a side of me that wants us to win. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to upset everyone. And I will get to the comments in a minute. But there will be a side of me that wants to win because I would like to see Arsenal lift a European trophy of some sort. Do you know what I mean? It's not the Champions League. It's not the trophy I actually want them to see lift. I want to see them lift, sorry. But it's a European trophy. So, and it's another trophy to the cabinet. So, on that sense, yeah, I do want to see Arsenal win. But for me, I won't be too upset because, I said it before, I'll say it again. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to come out. And these go to my loyal fans as well. I will be the first one to come out and say, hands up, I got it wrong, innit? I feel like a dickhead now. But I truly believe, if we was not to have European football, not only will Kroenke sell, I then truly believe Arteta will be leave as well, or be sacked anyway. Killing like two birds with one stone, to say. So for Henry to come out and say, yeah, it's Daniel Ek came to me. He told me this. I know he's already started discussing with Stan Kroenke or whatever he said in it. I haven't actually completely seen what he said. So I've been a little busy. But yeah, he basically said on the words of the line, yeah, he did come to me. We're working together along with the line with some legends as well. And I know he spoke to the family, blah, 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 blah. So on that sense, it seems like shit's going somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And if shit is going somewhere, I'm happy. But I've always said it. I don't generally think we'll see anything happen until summer. That's when I think we'll see stuff's happen. But anyway, get to me on that in the chat. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the lines anyway. I'll get a couple people on, you get me? Obviously, let me get to the comments first. Yeah, boy, and then he scored Arsenal crew still back. Obviously, come on, smash that like button. You already know. Big up Sarcasm City from Rahis. Big up yourself. And then the real Egyptian King scored. This guy every week, bruv. Blazers out, nice. Big up yourself, MB. Got his senses back. Yeah. Hit that like button, trust me, hit that like button. Bro, I want it to be officially announced. Actions speak louder than words. Plus Kroenke isn't stupid. He can keep using our team as his cash cow. He isn't selling. Big up yourself, Flawless. Man, like Flawless, see more minutes in Toddy, man. But yeah, I'll open up the lines. But yeah, man, obviously, now we've got through the Henry thing. If you want to come on, we'll discuss the Henry thing, but obviously we'll swiftly move on to that first leg. Because for me, what the fuck was that? I'm just glad we got the away goal. If we're going on the sense that we want to win it. That side of me, I'm glad. But you know what it is, yeah? I truly believe we will go through. And if we go through, obviously to the final, no doubt about it, we're going to see a United Arsenal final. Unless I am not seeing United lose 4-0. I'm sorry, that's not. They might lose, but I don't see a 4-0. I'm sorry. It's probably, if they do lose, it'll be like a 1-0 or 2-1. You know, it'll be like a close game like that. But I don't even see them losing, to be honest with you. But that performance in general was just like, I was watching it, and obviously because I did the live watch along, and you would have seen me if you was on the live watch along with me, you would have seen me. I was like, this is just why am I even watching this game, bro? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, it was that bad. Like, if you did not see the game, well, you must have seen some highlights by now, but it was so bad, abysmal. Like, basically, the way we played yesterday is the way we should have played if that makes sense, against Villarreal, but we didn't. Do you know what it is? Villarreal didn't even have to be good. Villarreal didn't even have to be good. People say, oh, they play well. Yeah, I'll give them their flowers, but they did play all right. They played decent, but they didn't have to play that good. They generally didn't have to play that good. They just sat back. They just played comfy. We just did not press. I don't know what was going on. It was so, and the match itself, it was actually a dead match to watch. I'm not gonna lie. People was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But I was like, actually, it wasn't that dead, but you know what I mean. It's just the only positive that comes out of it is, and like NB says, Cam, I'm glad we have the away goal, but we have to stay focused for 90 minutes for us to stand a chance. We have to start Martinelli Thursday, and I know you hate Uber, but he has to start too. To be honest with you, I don't know if he's going to start Martinelli because of the little knock he got at the end, innit? Because he was a little hobbly at the end as well, man. So for me, I would give him I would rest him. As much as I want to see him playing more, I would rest him because I wouldn't want him to get more injured, and then he has to sit out another however so many weeks or months, and it's you know what I'm saying. And just basic like Kieran Tierney, like for me, I would put Kieran Tierney on the bench. I wouldn't even start him against Villarreal, if I'll be honest with you, because I'll bring him on. Don't get me wrong. If it's not going to plan by half time, I'll bring him on by half time because we get 5 subs. So why not bring him on? He will inject that pace, that energy that we need. We'll be bringing it from the back, but also our defense will tighten up as well. But judging by that game, though, oh my lord, bro, that game, yeah. Like if you was watching the watch along with me, and I know a few of you was, yeah. If you was watching that watch along with me, you could tell by my reaction how fucking bruv. Like I said, the only positive thing that comes out of this whole match, was the away goal. That is it. Was the away goal. If we didn't get the away goal, we'd be fucked right now. I mean, personally, like I said, if you saw me from the start, me personally, I don't care if we go out. I don't want us to have European football, only for the sense that I genuinely think if we don't have European football, like I said, we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Conkeys will sell, Arteta will get sacked, blah, 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 blah. Done. If I'm wrong, I'm the first one to hold my hands up. And I said it. Cool. Yeah. But if we're going on the side that, all right, fair enough, if we do go win it, we win a European trophy, and then we run the risk of maybe Conkeys won't sell because now they got that European money and they got the Champions League money in, bruv. You know what I'm saying? They got the Champions League, bruv. Do you think they're going to sell with the Champions? No, bruv. So if we're going on that side, of course, the way we have to set up, I agree with the comment, like we will have to start Uber. I'll give Uber a start. Yeah. Start him in the middle. Because Lacazette, I won't even start Lacazette because, come on. This is what I hate about people. They rush players back too quick, and then they get further down the line, maybe 3 weeks down the line, 4 weeks down the line, they have a prolonged injury, which could have just been sorted if you just gave them that extra game or 2 rest. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, I actually, the funny thing is, as much as I don't want us to go through to the final, I actually see us winning. And don't hate me for saying that, but I actually do see us winning. I see us getting to the final. Because if we get to the final, no matter what, we're going to have United. That's going to bring so much attention. And when I say every eye in the country will be on that final itself, including Stan Kroenke's and Josh Kroenke's. Don't get it twisted, bro. They will be watching that game themselves. And I'm telling you, if they see Arsenal lose, knowing where we are in the league, because bruv, forget trying to qualify through the league now, because I don't see us getting 7th. I'm sorry. It's not happening. But if we get if they see us lose in that final, I feel like it'd be like, yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. Let Daniel Ek have it. What was the offer? 1.8. All right, cool. I'll take that. But if we win, yes, I will be happy for the sense that we won like I said, we won a European trophy. Not the European trophy, but a European trophy, a respectable trophy. And we were in the Champions League, but we go in the Champions League, and I guarantee you, and when I say I don't think Conky, so what he'll do is he'll give not only Arteta will stay, yeah, he'll give Arteta like just to shut us fans up. That says, oh, don't tell me I'm not injecting money no more. He'll give like Arteta like 100, 120 mil to spend. Like that's enough nowadays, which is not. Yeah, if we're being real, that's not enough nowadays. 5, 6, 7 years ago, yeah, that might have been enough. But nowadays, that's not enough. If we're being real, yeah. Arsenal can't keep buying these players and hoping that they're gonna be just nice squad struck. I was watching streams lately. I've been watching a lot of streams lately, a lot more than I used to, innit? And a lot more Arsenal ones. And the same thing that said, we don't need these top signings as much as people are saying. What we need are like signings like Leicester. Now I agree to an extent. But if we're not giving them, we're not actually getting them top signings, yeah. Like your standout signers anyway. You're like your Jack Grealishes and whoever you else want to say, yeah. That shows, to me personally anyway, that shows that we're always going to be a sort of a mediocre club that won't go to the levels that the other 5 will, or maybe City and Chelsea maybe, and United maybe, I don't know. So if we do win, and I truly do see us winning. So there's me getting sidetracked again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to be used to it now, right? You're like, can't shut the fuck up. No, but if we do win, the only way, do you know what it is, yeah? For me, the starting 11, I'll put Matt Ryan in goal, Cedric. Give me your starting 11 in the chat as well, yeah? Give me your starting 11 as well, innit? Yeah. And I'll get to the chat now anyway. But my starting 11 will be... So I'll put Matt Ryan in goal, Cedric left back, Gabriel and can't have David Luiz now. Unfortunately, as much as I don't like him, but I'll say Gabriel and Holding because they're not a bad pair. They're not actually a bad pair. Or maybe I'm wrong, fam. Maybe I'm just forgetting stuff, but right back up, I'll just put Bellerin. Midfield, Partey and El Neni with Saka, Smith Rowe, Pepe. So Saka on the right, Smith Rowe, Pepe on the left, and Uber up front. That's my team. But let me get to these comments anyway. You never know what Gunnar will turn up. That's the thing. It's true, bro. That's the problem is now it's getting to the point where we thought on Thursday Arsenal were going to turn up. But even I thought they were going to turn up. As much as I didn't want to see them turn up because my whole stance on this Kroenke thing, the European thing, yeah. I genuinely thought we were going to turn up against Villarreal and then go into Newcastle and actually lose. That's what I genuinely thought. I actually thought we were going to win like 3-1 or something against Villarreal. But it flipped itself. I was like, what the hell? Even when I was watching the game yesterday, when we'll get into that in a minute, when I was watching the game yesterday, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But to be honest, Newcastle didn't really play too well. But hey, what can I say, man? What can I say? Can we need to sign another left back because Xhaka is in that position, gives me nightmares. He got ripped up. And to be honest with you, he was lucky to stay. We'll get into the Newcastle game in a bit, yeah. He was lucky. For me, we were lucky to have him on the pitch, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. We were lucky to have this guy on the pitch, fam. What about Laka? That's the thing. I wouldn't rush Laka back because this is the thing I think a manager seems to forget. I know they might have a big impact, but cool. If they have a big impact for 3 games and then boom, the same injury happens, but it's worse now because it wasn't fully healed at the start. Just like how they're doing with Marcus. I actually feel sorry for like certain players like Rashford and that. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? These lot have been injured for so long, but they're literally giving him pain injections so they can, like, bruv. And then you wonder why some players' careers are shortened, bruv. Like, you're putting too much on them, if anything. But it is what it is. I won't say what I think about Arsenal because someone named Karma is watching me. Say it with your chest, my brother. Arsenal and United have both fell so far back just because of greedy, selfish owners that know nothing about football. Do you know what? Arsenal more than United because, look, United are sustaining they're 2 seasons now with Ollie and they've got top 4. You can't hate. You can't hate. Yeah, they're not. And from last season, if you actually look from last season to this season, the point difference between Man United and the top, bearing it was Liverpool, is shortened. So in a way, it is a positive. But I can see where you're coming from. True, Rabbit. Oh yeah, it is being mad tough. I start Matt Ryan over Leno as well. Leno's been moving mad. Bro, bun that guy, bro. I hate him. He's the new op. Big up yourself, Ryan. By the way, I did put do you know what it is so funny? I'll do it again, bro. But I don't think anyone was jumping. I got bare haters. I'll do it again, innit? Yeah, I did put the thing in, but people jump on in it. I did it once, I'll do it again. There you go, man. Jump on if you want, man. Yeah, Arsenal were lackluster last Thursday. Big up yourself, Samuel. So I will talk to you guys all, yeah. Leno leaving Arsenal in the summer, yeah. Big up yourself, Flawless, all day, every day. Cam Williams was 10, man. But don't give it. Look, we'll get into the Newcastle game in a minute. We'll get into Pepe over. Your salad in there is big facts. Our team needs the passion to win. They shouldn't be happy losing. Yeah, true. Savvy boys need creativity in the field. Cam, what's the protest saying on Thursday? Is it on or still being decided? Bruv, it's on, bruv. It's on. Hey! It's cool, though. Because he's my guy, bro. Obviously, we've been joined by my second co-host. I'll bring him on and I'll get his thoughts quick. And then we'll move on to yesterday's game. What are you saying, Brandon? You all good?
Man like Fraud Teta, mate. Fraud Teta. That's his new name. Fraud Teta with the Lego head. What you saying, mate? How we doing?
We're all good. I was literally just finishing up on the Villarreal game, innit? So, yeah, man. Obviously, give me your thoughts on that. Oh, Shad, by the way, people, I don't know if this is the vice or not. We should be having a new panel guest with us. He's called Shads the Gooner. So if you don't know him, you'll get to know him here. But he is in the back room, but it's saying device not connected. So if you can hear me, maybe your Wi-Fi, or you might have to 4G it or 5G it, my G. You might have to take that little 2 gig L today, bro.
Man's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi, mate. That's that.
But maybe, but I used to do that, you know. I used to have to go to McDonald's to get Wi-Fi, you know. I used to be sick, but when I lived in Liverpool, yeah, quick story, innit? I lived in Liverpool, yeah. There was like 2-3 months, like it was a struggle, innit? It was a struggle, innit? We got past it, but for 2-3 months, yeah, bro, I was living on McDonald's Wi-Fi. I was just glad where McDonald's was like I'd say a 4-minute walk from my house. And you used to see me posted in there for like 3-4 hours on end with my charger on the phone, bro. Just posted there, bro.
With his Happy Meal.
Yeah, but no, because what I used to do is I used to take a little change, maybe £2-3 with me, I'll get a little cheeseburger and a drink, and I'll be sitting there in it. Yeah, and then when like 2 hours go by, I'll how much? I've got like £2. Let me get another like cheeseburger and a little Coke or something, whatever, in it. Yeah, so I used to get the Coke and the cheeseburger and sit there for another 2 hours. But the way I used to eat the cheeseburger, you would have thought, yeah, it was the biggest cheeseburger in the world, and it's taking me 4 hours, bro. But there's me just taking nibbles like I'm a squirrel, but
Oh, dear.
by the time I get to the end, bro, it's cold, bro.
Mutton steering
Oh yeah, by the way, if you wasn't watching the live watch along on Thursday, yeah, you would have missed the little 5 minutes where Brandon was on. He came on a mad one at halftime. He was mad. So go on, Brandon. Give us your thoughts on Thursday's game, and then we're gonna get into. And obviously, but soon I'll ask you about the your thoughts on what Henri said as well.
Yeah, man. I've changed my mind, mate. You know, I went on a bit of a mazza on Thursday. I've decided that we should all be happy, mate, because we got an away goal against Villarreal, and that's now the standard of the football club. We should all be celebrating, having a pint and a bit of a knees up, you know. Nah, I'm only joking. I'm joking, mate. You know, fucking what a joke of a performance. Players didn't turn up. Manager was absolutely awful. He thought he was Pep Guardiola. He should go and shave his head, mate, because playing a false nine. What is this guy on? We haven't played with a false nine all fucking season, and then he decides.
Yeah, that's what bugged me out. No, when I saw the lineup, yeah, and you're right, Tony. You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Obviously, big up yourself for coming on. We'll get your thoughts in a minute. But yeah, that's when I was thinking. When I saw the lineup, I was like, "Oh, the guy up front, nah." And do you know what it is? I go on Google, innit? So I go by the Google lineup, innit? And I'm like, what? And then when I saw it actually come out, and I saw a false nine, I was like,
yeah.
When did you? Are you in dreamland right now? This ain't Barcelona. You're not Pep Guardiola. We don't have a Messi, you know.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was going to chuck Nicolas Pepe up front, because Pepe has actually played that role for Lille before.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe Pepe might step up front.
Yeah, and I thought
maybe he might be just.
Yeah, maybe it's something they worked on the training ground or something. But when we lined up, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
So what's that, Tony? You're going. What's your thoughts on Thursday's game?
Do you think he did it on purpose?
Huh?
Do you think he did it on purpose?
That's a good question, you know. Do you think he did it
to
on
mess
purpose?
with Villarreal?
Do you think he was trying something, or do you think he did it by accident?
They don't know what to think.
I don't know. But
Emery knows this Arsenal team very well, and it only makes sense that you throw a haymaker at him just to confuse him.
Yeah, but it didn't really confuse him. It confused us. Our players didn't even know where they were playing half the time. We're playing with a false nine, with a midfield that doesn't score goals. It doesn't make any sense to me. So whatever he tried to do, I agree with you. Maybe he did try and throw a bit of a haymaker at Emery and try and who knows. But whatever it was the worst decision that I've ever seen a fucking manager make in my life. And then,
hey man, you're harsh, man. You're harsh.
I might well be harsh, but at the end of the day, I expect Arsenal to be up there. And
where are you from, Tony, by the way? Like, what team do you support?
I support Arsenal, man. That's why I see you on Eagles channel. And
I know you might. I don't know. You don't know. You never know. Obviously, where are you from anyway?
Hey man, I like you. I seen you on Eagles channel, both of you guys. But yeah, man, thank you for having me. And I have to go. But love, respect for all of you guys, man.
Safe.
Yeah. So, and then it weren't even just the fucking lineup, man. It was the whole Dani Ceballos thing. Dani Ceballos is having an absolute stinker, and I'm thinking, right, Arteta's got to change it at half time. Whatever he's tried doing here isn't working, and he's not changed it. The guy's come out. He's on a yellow card already. He's made an absolutely awful challenge and was lucky not to get a second yellow. And Arteta keeps him on the pitch, and then everybody wonders why Dani Ceballos goes and gets himself sent off. And after that, I see a lot of Arsenal fans on Twitter, especially, going, "Oh, it's the players' fault. Oh, it's the referee's fault. That was never a red card." And I'm thinking, hang on, mate. Arteta is at fault here. Arteta should have brought him off at half time. He should never have made it on the football pitch in the second half in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Granit Xhaka playing at left back. Everybody thought he was Granit Cafu after, his previous two performances. He comes up against a player with a bit of pace, and all of a sudden he's spinning around like Kylie Minogue again. It's like, what the fuck? I'll tell you what, mate. Yeah, I have no confidence in us whatsoever for Thursday. I honestly, hand on heart, I don't think we're going through, and I'll tell you why. Because our best way, I believe we can score 2 goals against Villarreal, but I don't think we'll score any more than 2 goals against Villarreal. So, but I don't believe we can keep a clean sheet, mate, because we can't keep clean sheets to save our fucking lives.
That's what I'm getting on. That's why I was about to get onto this comment now, innit? Why don't you like Leno? To be honest with you, it's not the fact I don't like him, yeah. It's the fact that I always said it, we should have kept Martinez, but that discussion is long gone now. There's no point dwelling on the past. That's a whole season now, nearly, basically now. Yeah. I was trying to give him his due because I thought he was like last season. He was a decent keeper. Don't get it twisted. He was all right for us. He was still. I know he had his mistakes, but he was all right. But for some reason, this season, yeah, since Martinez has left, I feel like he feels like he's comfy now. I am number one. I don't care. I can make this mistake and that mistake and blah, but I'll still be in the team. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's just like, bro, he's not. But for me, I would. There's the talks of Chesney coming back. I mean, I wouldn't mind Chesney coming back. I'll prefer him over Leno, put it that way. But he's not like the biggest replacement. Like he's not like a big replacement. It's not like we're going from here to there. It's like going from here to there. Like he's not the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Big up Chesney for being the next Arsenal anyway. But
nah, fuck that. Fuck that. We don't want Chesney back, mate. The past is the past. Leave it in the fucking past. We need to move on from these players, not bring them back to the football club. If you're going to bring a player back, then you'd have to kind of admit your mistake in the summer and bring back Martinez. But aside from Martinez, go and get yourself a top-level goalkeeper. Leno's a good goalkeeper, but he's not top-level, and that's the problem. He's good at shot stopping. He's okay at commanding his box, but in terms of playing out from the back, he's fucking shocking. Absolutely shocking. But like I was saying, mate, yeah, I don't think we're going through on Thursday because I believe we'll score 2 goals, but I don't believe we'll keep a clean sheet. And if the game ends 2-1 and it goes to extra time and penalties, it's anybody's game from there. So our best way of getting through is to win 1-0, and we ain't winning 1-0. We are not winning 1-0, mate. We haven't won at the Emirates in 13 straight games. We ain't winning 1-0. No fucking way. So I don't see us going through. I honestly don't.
Fair enough. So obviously, judging by yesterday's game, what would you change different from yesterday's lineup to Thursday's lineup? Obviously, I know there was 8 changes itself, but who would you keep it? Like, would you keep anyone in from the squad from Thursday? That was changed from yesterday, if that makes sense. So the 8 players that were changed, would you keep any of them in the squad? I know obviously Saka being one of them. I know Saka obviously is a given. And
yeah.
I know them two are givens, obviously. But apart from them two, would you see anyone else from the Thursday squad and yesterday's squad? Who would you like? Would you?
Yeah. So my lineup for Thursday would be Matt Ryan in goal. Because I feel like he's so much more.
I feel like he's a safer keeper. I don't know why.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I just feel like he's a safer keeper.
Yeah, I agree. Right back, I would go with Cedric. Centre backs, I would go with. It looks like David Luiz is out now, so I would go with.
Gunners talk, mate. No Man United talk round here, mate.
I would go with Rob Holding and
Hold on, the
Pablo.
only Man United talk you're gonna get is Glazers out, them pagans, bro. There you go.
Centre backs. I would go with Rob Holding and Pablo Mari. Left back, I would go with Saka, but I wouldn't really play him at left back. It'd be more like a left wing back sort of role that he'll have.
So would you play 3 then? 3 or 5 at the back?
No, I'd still stick with the 4, but I'd push Saka and Cedric further on and make them more attacking, which might leave us a little bit more vulnerable at the back. But then you'd ask Thomas Partey and maybe El Neni in the midfield to cover in them roles, if that makes sense.
Up people, by the way. How many likes are we on, by the way? Let me know.
And then, then I'd go with Partey and El Neni in the midfield. I'd then go with Martinelli on the left, not Saka, Pepe on the right, and Aubameyang up top. Flawless.
So my squad, I don't know if you caught my squad. I said Matt Ryan, Cedric as left back, Gabriel Holding, and I'll give the right back. I'd risk it to Bellerin. As I know, but I'll just give it that risk. My midfield would be Partey, and I'll just give El Neni another shot, because he had a good game on Thursday. Yesterday. So if he can bring that confidence in to the Thursday game, I guess it'll be a positive for Arsenal. But we all know El Neni is a very reliable player. So unreliable player. Sorry. I said reliable, what the hell? Unpredictable player, I should mostly say, innit? So, I would have Partey, El Neni, Saka up front on the right, Smith Rowe in the middle, Pepe on the left, and Uber up front.
One thing I would say about the game, right, is whenever we did attack Villarreal, we always looked dangerous on the wings. So the reason why I would play still a back 4, but I'd push Cedric and Saka further on, is if you get down them wings and you overlap them wingers in Martinelli and Pepe, for example, and bang them crosses into Aubameyang, and you got Odegaard or Smith Rowe in the number 10 making late runs into the box, I think we'll score a few goals doing that. And it might leave us vulnerable at the back, but it depends on your instructions that you give to your players. If I was Arteta, I would say to Thomas Partey and I would say to Mohamed El Neni, look, you two, this time you're going to be playing a bit more of a holding role. So whenever Cedric bombs forward, whenever Saka bombs forward.
Sorry, Brian. Everyone, get into the comments. I want to know everyone's final predictions and the final who you see in the finals and who you think is going to win it. Get onto that. And you know what? Should we have that little competition we did that time when we did the next 6 games? I'll do it, If you're on it, let me know and we'll do that, innit? But yeah, sorry.
So yeah, I'd be like, whenever Cedric bombs forward and Saka bombs forward, Partey, El Neni, you fill in them positions, make sure there's no gaps. That's your role for this game. I don't want to see you busting forward. I don't want to see Thomas Partey fucking on the edge of the box having pot shots at goal that go into row Z. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see him do his job. I want to see El Neni do his job, and we'll get at him down the wings. That's the best way to get at him, I think. But I don't know. It's a touch and go game, mate. Well, the problem is we can't tell as fans what the team lineup's going to be, because it changes every fucking week. We can't even tell how Arsenal are going to turn up, because one week we're absolutely shocking. The next week we're pretty good. Then we go back to being shocking again for 6 games, and then we'll pull one game out of the bag where we're absolutely fucking brilliant. So I don't know.
So this is the thing, like, for me personally, if we're going on a side that I actually do want us to actually win the thing, the reason why I would play Cedric as left back is because I feel like we're gonna need Saka up front. I get where you're coming from, to overlap and all that. And I do guess that's a big thing. But if we're being honest, what's your actual predicted lineup that you see Arteta putting up?
Oh, fucking hell, mate. Who knows? Who knows? You could have you could play with bloody. We could end up with a false nine again. We could end up with Gunnosaurus at centre back. You know, we could end up with fucking Granit Xhaka at left back. You could play. I don't know. Maybe you'll play Mohamed El Neni at right back. Fuck knows, mate. Honestly, I just don't. I don't know with this manager. There is no set lineup with Mikel Arteta. He changes it every
I was speaking up
single week.
myself about that guy, you know, but I didn't want to say it because I feel like I know who that actually was. But I feel like I know who that actually was. Could be wrong, man. I say no more. I shall say no more. Big up yourself. But yeah, so like, if we like, what if we was to get to the final, yeah, how would you see the final going? If we was to get to the final,
Right, see, this is the thing, Cam, because I'm probably gonna sound fucking stupid to Arsenal fans and other football fans that are watching, right? But if we got to the final, it's more than it's pretty much a done deal that we're going to be playing Manchester United if we get there. I don't know. Everybody thinks that Man United is just going to walk all over us, and I don't think it's as cut and dry as that. I really don't. We've taken 4 points off Manchester United this season. We tend to perform better when we haven't got the pressure on us. So everybody expecting Manchester United to slap us. I just think we could end up pulling it out of the bag, you know. I don't know. It's a tough one. It really is. But then you've got the same scenario as what we had when we had Emery in charge. Obviously, we played Chelsea in the final. Chelsea had already qualified for the Champions League. They didn't need to win the Europa League.
Pinged us 4-1.
And they battered us, mate. And then you got Manchester United who are in the same situation. They've already qualified.
I feel like the only reason, I don't want us to get to the final because I feel like if we do lose the final, me personally, there will be an upset side of me that of course I'm going to be upset because we lost another fucking final, but it won't hit me as much as it will hit a lot of other people, innit? Yeah, but for me, most of my actual guys, innit, who are my, everyone has their own group chats and that with their actual people. Most of them are United fans. Now, I've already said it on my group chat on many occasions. Bro, you can try and banter me about Arsenal, bro, but they don't stop. Every day I'm opening off. Do you know what I'm saying? That day in general, I will not stop. But they're going to be calling my phone. They're going to be messaging me. How do you feel? We be in the final. Who shit now? Ole, who? I tell you, and all this. I'm like, fuck sake, bro. That's the only reason why I don't want us to get to the final and lose to United. That is literally it.
The only thing
with Chelsea, only have like 2 guys that are Chelsea fans.
Yeah. The only thing that puts pressure on Manchester United as well is that Ollie hasn't won a trophy yet. So if he gets to that, he's going to get to that final, isn't he? Let's be real. Once he's in that final in the Europa League, he's going to want to win the trophy as well. So that puts pressure on Manchester United.
Yeah, big up, man.
But then there's a lot of pressure on us because we've got to qualify for Champions League football. So who do you reckon the pressure would be on more, Arsenal or Manchester United?
Arsenal. 100% it'll be on Arsenal.
I don't know.
Man United, like you said earlier with the Chelsea thing, they're not going to be going into that game thinking shit. It's either us or them because they've already qualified for Champions League. So the pressure.
But do you think the pressure there because Ollie hasn't won a trophy yet, and he always gets criticised?
No. I'm not saying there won't be pressure there. Of course, on the Man United side, I believe there will be pressure because of the whole Ole not winning not winning a trophy with United yet. But I believe there'll be more pressure. It'll be like I'd say 65, 70% over 35, 30% on Arsenal, swaying Arsenal's way. Because for us, they've qualified. Win or lose, they're in the Champions League.
Mm.
They're not just in the Europa League. Win or lose, they're in the Champions League. They've qualified. For Arsenal, if we lose, we're out of Europe for the first time in 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the pressure for Arsenal is for me is more greater because see that, and that's where I feel like we're gonna. This is what pisses me off. And the reason why I say I don't want us to be in Europe next season is because I generally feel like that will be the final nail in the coffin. And that will kill two birds with one stone, bro. Arteta will get sacked and then Kroenke will sell. One or the other way around. I truly believe that will happen. Yeah? If we get European football, we're not going into Europa League, bro. We're going into Champions League. They're getting more money. They're going to be like, well, why do I want to sell? I've just made this much now. Why do I want to sell?
Yeah.
And like I said, just to shut us fans up, he's going to give Arteta a fucking pay rise, most probably. And then fucking give him 100 and 120 mil to spend. Like, that's enough in today's football.
Yeah.
That 100 and 120 mil will get you one world-class player or four all right, decent players that might be a bit of a risk depending on what league they're coming from.
Yeah. It's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it, being an Arsenal fan, because we want to win the competition. Of course we do. We want to see our club win a trophy, but I get where you're coming from as well. Like, in the back of our minds, we kind of don't want to win it because we want rid of Kroenke, and like you say, it could kill two birds with one stone, because I believe that if this Daniel Ek comes in, I don't believe he'll keep Arteta as manager. I really don't. I can't see it.
And do you know what it is? Do you know what? I hate the fact that, because do you know what it is? I truly do believe Arteta can be a great manager. I do think he has got something. But I've always said it, for Arsenal, the toughest job in football today, I don't care what team you think you are, coming into that Arsenal job, you know you have the toughest job. I don't care who you think you are. Compared to the lower leagues, obviously, I'm not comparing, but I mean, as a big club, for your first ever managerial job, even Lampard had at least a year experience, bro. I know it's only a year, but you had experience. He had that year, bro. This is Arteta's experience, bro. So when he goes on to his next club, they'll be judging him from Arsenal, and that's all they can judge him for. They can't judge him for being Arteta's assistant anymore. They can only judge him from what he's done as a manager.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's all mad, you know. It's all mad. Who have we got on the weekend as well? I've just totally forgot who we got on the weekend.
I'll be honest, mate, I don't know, and I don't give a fuck because the Premier League season's over. It's like the Newcastle game. I was sat there and I was thinking, why am I even watching this shit? Like, honestly, there's no point. No point in me sitting there watching it. I can't believe it. Like,
did you not watch it?
Much over, isn't it?
Did you not watch it?
I watched it, mate. Yeah, but it was one of the most boringest games I've ever watched in my life, and I fell asleep.
They tried to say it was a good game. I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I feel sorry for St. Maximin. That guy is too good, bro. But he had half of our players on the spin, fam. That first half anyway. He had half, bro.
I don't think he is good, mate.
And I was saying it. I believe we were lucky to keep Xhaka on the pitch.
Yeah, no, you're probably right, but I don't believe that St. Maximin's that good, mate. I genuinely don't.
I'm not trying to hype him up to be like the next, I don't know, like Hazard or anything like that, but I think he's too. I could see him in a club like Everton or something.
Yeah, he's another speed merchant, mate. He's like an Adama Traore.
I feel like if he went to a top 6 team, it will actually not ruin his career, but it will gradually erode it, if that makes sense. Whereas if he goes to a team like, I don't know, like your Everton, even your Aston Villas right now, because they're doing well, even your Leeds, bro, like I feel like he will thrive there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Especially if you look at the team around him. I reckon a lot more. Like I believe Maximin's a better player. And no disrespect to Newcastle, because I know they can be a good team. They can be a good team. But right now, and in the past decade, you can't say they've been an even really a top 10 team. Do you know what I'm saying? So, because they've been so up and down, they got relegated, once or twice now? Isn't it? Once or twice, I forgot. Like, if you was to see that from, what was his name? Who's their manager? Oh, I forgot his name now. Oh, I'd love it if we beat them. Oh, what's his name?
Who are you talking about?
Newcastle's manager from years ago when Newcastle were good, bruv. They were playing, bruv. The interview is legendary, bro. He goes, they were playing Man United, Newcastle. Yeah.
You're talking about Kevin Keegan?
That's the one. That's the one. When you saw them as a team then, and if you was to tell every Newcastle fan then, and that was what, late 90s, early 2000s, yeah. If you was to tell every Newcastle fan then by 2012, you're going to be in the championship, or whenever they went into the championship, they would have laughed at you. Said, what? No way.
Yeah. But the problem is, mate, is you just said it clear as day there. Newcastle were a force back then, and now look at them.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, he's a better player. Who can
and I can see
Everton or something, man. Or even a Southampton.
I can see some resemblances going on at Arsenal here. You know, we was a force in 2004, 2005, 2006. Now, look at us. We're only falling further and further behind. We could end up being another Newcastle if we ain't careful. But yeah, St. Maximin, I agree that I think he's a little bit better than Newcastle, but technically, mate, I don't think he's that good. I just think he's another speed merchant like Adama Traore. Of course, pace is going to cause defenders problems, and running at him is, but technically, I don't think he's that great.
You could be wrong. You could be right. Like do you know what? Yeah, I think he's quite decent. I bought him on, but I've been buying him on. I've not played FIFA in fucking months now because I sold my PS4 and I can't get arsed with it. Yeah, but I remember from like FIFA 17, I used to sign him, bro. I used to be one of them career guys that used to go for the young. I used to get dived. And you go dive in and you find out all these players that your so-called what they called scouts find. You're like, yeah, I know he looks decent. Dope, wow. At 16 and man, he's got them stats already. Yeah, sign. Them ones. And then you build the career up for him. Yeah, that's how bad I was, isn't it? But it was like I've been saying, bro. I used to buy I had Lacazette in my team, Aubameyang, and this is before they even came, bro. Like Lacazette, Uber. I had all these players in my team, even St. Maximin. It is what it is. Like you know what it is, yeah. Oh, that's it. I wanted to touch on what your thoughts on the Henry comments. So, what are your thoughts on Henry's comments?
It's a good sign, mate. It's a good sign. I've got to admit, when this whole Daniel Ek thing first came out, I thought it was just like a bit of PR spin, bit of you know, a bit of
trying to get there. Yeah, because who was it that someone said? Have you seen Spotify's is it sales or something increased by like 300%? Yeah, they did it for a PR stunt.
Yeah, Spotify at the end of April put their premiums up, and I think their what's it called? Equity has increased by £3.5 million since he put that tweet out, which is ridiculous. It's like you said, it's increased by like 300%. So I was thinking, oh, here we go, another PR merchant, you know, a bit like Dangote. Dangote has been talking for years about buying Arsenal. Where is he now? You know, when all the fans are going mad at the Cronkies, looking for somebody else to come in, where is he? He's nowhere to be seen. All he is just someone who just wants to talk and talk and talk and talk shit, basically, when he has no intentions. Whereas I kind of felt like the same thing with that Daniel Ek. Then a few days later, when we started to see the reports that he'd contacted Henri, Vieira, Bergkamp, I thought, oh yeah, here we fucking go. But it's kind of like when he came out and he did that interview and he was talking about how he's got the funds, you know, some of the things he was saying, I was thinking, yeah, do you know what? Like, even if he doesn't have Henri, Vieira and Bergkamp on board, what he's saying, he sounds like a proper Arsenal fan. He sounds like he wants to bring the club back to where it was. And then, of course, Henri came out, I think, was it tonight or earlier on?
No, I think he came out, there was a quote. He came out with something.
It was on Monday Night Football.
Day,
it was tonight,
came out
yeah.
with something. And
yeah, it was tonight. It was on Monday Night Football
tonight. And then he came out. He basically confirmed that Daniel Ek has contacted me. I'm working with Daniel Ek.
So it's a good sign. And from what Henri was saying, Daniel Ek is his main focus is wants fans on the board again. He wants to be able to bring fans back together again as a whole. So the football club, at the moment, the club itself and the fans, there's a massive wedge between us and the owners of the football club because of the way that they treat our football club and the way they treat us. He wants to bring that all back together again. He wants the fans to be able to have a say. He wants to be able to integrate with the fans, basically. And I think that's more important than any money as well, you know. The football club
is one of them owners that will actually say, here's 250 mil.
I think
go on invest. Not every season, but when we need it, when he sees we need a major rebuild, like, here's the money. Do you see him being one of them? Like, can you see him being like, now I'm not saying the next City or Chelsea sort of thing, but somewhere maybe just underneath them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So not there, but like say there or something. Can you see him being that for us?
I'll be honest, mate, right? I think there's more important things than that. I think he would be the type of owner who would put his hand in his pocket if he needed to. Like right now, we're a shambles. And if he came in right now, I believe that he would put the money on the table and say, look, you need this player, this player, this player, this player, go out and get them. But I think what's more important than that is making sure you build a structure that works. I mean, for example, Manchester United fans can't complain that the Glazers haven't spent any money because the Glazers have spent over £700 million. You know what I mean? But the problem that Manchester United have is they don't have the people in charge who are buying the correct players. That is the most important thing. You look at Leicester. Leicester have a recruitment system where they don't spend massive amounts of money, but they get in players that suit their system that they can sell on for a massive amount of money. For example, Riyad Mahrez, they brought him in for £600,000. They sold him on to Manchester City for 50 million. and he's an absolute
Yeah, but that
baller.
was like
Same
us
with
before
Kante.
money started really popping off. That was like us with our players. Like Adebayor, we bought for like what? Half a
Exactly.
million.
So
We sold him for
what
24
I'm
million.
getting at is you
But
could have
yeah.
all the money in the world, but if you don't spend it wisely, then you're
No,
going
that's what
nowhere.
I'm trying to say. That was what I'm trying to say. Do you see him being one of them owners to be like, here's the money, go and spend it? Not like just willy nilly, obviously, but like, do you see him being one of them that who actually does care where his money's going into?
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
he won't just say, all right, well you've made a 50 million pound profit. So on that, I know he's not going to be like Stan Kroenke and be like, oh, you can only spend 50 million and here's an extra 50. Yeah, not like that. Do you see like, all right, we've made a 50 million pound profit this year. I want to add another 250 million. I want you to be going out. I want you to rebuild this squad. Yeah. I know you. This is like maybe he won't be like, I want you to go and personally get them, but I want these sort of players.
Yeah.
And but obviously working with Henri, Bergkamp, and Vieira, yeah, not just going on his own accord, but working with them three, because obviously they all three of them are going to see how Arsenal are run right now, and they're all going to have their own personal opinions on personal players Arsenal need and the way Arsenal are going to have to be run as a manager and all that. They're going to see that, and they're all going to have their own personal opinions. So if they can collectively come to one where they're like, here's an extra 250 mil, 300 mil, whatever, 300 mil, spend it and get these type of players in. Make sure these are the type of players you get in and something that we can build on, something that will bring us. Can you? That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Can you see him being one of them?
Yeah, I can, because he's an Arsenal fan, so he cares about the football club. He cares about the fans. He cares about everything to do with Arsenal, and that includes on the pitch as well. He's not the type of owner who I feel will let things slide on the football pitch, because at the end of the day, the football pitch is the most important thing. Like, for example, the Cronkies, they're the shittest owners we've ever known. But if Arsenal were performing on the football pitch and winning the Premier League every single season, we as fans wouldn't be complaining about ownership, because all we
you know
care
what? I feel
about
like the
is
Cronkies came into the sport, yeah, where money wasn't actually a thing. Now, I reckon if they came in maybe 10 years earlier, to say, generally, I think we might be in a little bit of a better position. But they came in as soon as Chelsea got taken over, and then it was like that first couple of seasons they was in. Man City got taken over in like 2008. Then they were spent. Now they came in at the point where money is now being spent. Whereas when they was first looking at Arsenal, it wasn't about the money. It was all about the pride. And I'm not trying to defend Cronkies here, by the way, but I'm just generally going on maybe that's what might have happened, isn't it? But they're just being their selfish selves and say, no, I'm not fucking spending the money that you want me to spend. I'll spend a little bit. I ain't fucking spending 300 mil.
the other problem with the Cronkies as well is they have their fingers in too many pies. Yeah, so they've got their other businesses over in America that they care more about. Arsenal to them.
Someone said it. Do you know what? Yeah, so I'm sorry to cut you off again. I'm really sorry. Yeah, but mate, someone said this to me. Yeah, one of my guys actually said this to me. Why doesn't he take the 1.8 billion? Because no matter what, he's made a profit on Arsenal. Yeah, even if he has spent 1.1 billion in general, yeah, he's still making a profit no matter what. Yeah, why doesn't he take that and go to a team that he can do the same thing, not in the Premier League, but like any other sport in America, buy them for $500 million, use that money that he's got from Arsenal, all you have to use is 500 million of that, 600 million of that, so that's not even $1 billion, to buy another club to work around. And I said, bruv, ask him yourself.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he don't. But any smart businessman would have thought. Me personally, I would have done that. I said, well, fuck this. If these men are complaining, fuck it. Right now, the profit margins, whatever, have just come out recently. Arsenal are at $2.1 billion, 1.8 billion pound, but $2.1 billion now. Yeah, so we've gone up by however much, not that much, but we've gone up a little bit. Yeah, cash in now before it's too late. Because if you don't cash in now, yeah, do you think someone's going to offer him 1.8 billion when we're not in Europe?
Mm.
No.
Yeah, but like you said, mate, I think this could be the tipping point, because you think about it, right? Arsenal are worth 1.8 billion now. You imagine if that Super League went ahead. If that Super League went ahead, poor moustache, fuck's sake.
And then we're clocked. Hey, hold on.
Leave it alone. Yeah, you imagine if that Super League went ahead, mate. Arsenal would be worth double the amount of 1.8 billion. It'd be more like 3 or 5 or 6
Oh, yeah,
billion.
I get that.
So his end game was this Super League, and then he probably, if Arsenal got in this Super League, he probably then would have sold it, because he's looking at trying to make even more of a profit. Now that that's not going ahead, and it's looking like we could possibly be out of Europe, I think personally, if we don't win this Europa League and fans continue protesting the way they have been, if we do a similar thing to what the Man United fans did the other day, I think he'll have no choice but to sell. I really do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like, for me, if we don't get Europe, not only do I feel like he has to sell, Arteta has to leave as well. Because he hasn't progressed us in any whatsoever as a club. He's won us an FA Cup, but league-wise, we've gone further than what we was with Emery, and we complained about Emery. I was one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
But Arteta is generally making me look like a complete and utter dickhead, yeah, about Emery and Wenger, fam. Personally,
the thing is like I said, if we get a new owner in, and this Daniel Ek comes in, for example, I don't think Arteta will be manager anyway. Because if you think about it, right, when Arsene Wenger left, we had managers that were queuing up for the job, and I don't care what anybody says. There was managers queuing up for this Arsenal job.
We actually did. The
biggest problem that we had was the likes of Allegri, Simeone, your top managers wanted £200+ million to revamp the squad, and the Cronkies wouldn't give them that. So in the end, we've ended up with a manager like Arteta, because Arteta's a puppet, basically. He'll take what he's given, he'll try his hardest, and yeah, that's about it, really. So I believe if Daniel Ek takes over, I believe we go out there and we get a top class manager for the football club anyway, because whether we're in Europe or not, Arsenal Football Club is still massive, mate, and there will still be managers out there that want this job.
Yeah, I agree, but what managers? Because I don't think, and like you were saying about Allegri and all that, I don't think none of your big managers are going to want it, because they already know the financial situation. If Stan Kroenke's still at the club, obviously.
Yeah, if Stan Kroenke stays at the club, best believe that Arteta will stay at this club.
Yeah, I said it.
If Daniel Ek comes in and he sits down with a new manager, whether that be an Allegri or someone like that, and says, look, we're not in Europe. It's going to be difficult for you to attract the top players, but I'm going to give you £250 million to revamp this squad. You do what you like with it, and you do as you see fit. I do think there'll be a manager who will say, yeah, all right, then Arsenal is a massive, great big club. I want to be part of this project that gets Arsenal back to where it should be.
I want to be that manager on the pedestal, basically. Like, this guy,
providing I'm given the right tools.
From the absolute 6 foot deep dead. Well, I'm going to express you good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's your thoughts on all this?
Well, I mean, yeah, the main thing is that Arteta's still a dead manager, whether people want to accept it or not. But my question to Arsenal fans is this: why aren't we protesting on Thursday? Because I see a lot of people saying they're not going because it's an important game. If you want to send a message, you do this in an important game.
I thought it was a dead set thing.
I think some people are still going, but I've seen loads of people saying, "Oh, it's too important. We're not going to bother going." And I'm thinking that's the whole point. At the end of the day, if you can get a European game closed off, do you know how mad that is? Because Villarreal are going to have to travel, go back home, and play this some other time. That's absolutely mad. Like, that would be the biggest message you can send.
But this is the biggest problem with the fan base, though, mate, because
exactly
they've got to weigh it up. What do they want more? Do they want Arsenal to get in Champions League just to probably be knocked out of it again the following season because we're not good enough anyway? Or do they want to stay out of the
That's
football
how bad our squad is. We'll get knocked out by groups.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
That's if we even beat Man United in the final, which probably won't happen. So
exactly. So what's the biggest coup? Do you want Stan Kroenke out of the football club, or do you want to see Arsenal in the Champions League but get absolutely battered by Bayern Munich every single?
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
exactly.
Ravi asked, look, do you think fans will get in? No, because Arsenal Stadium is more up to date, and for Arsenal fans to get in, it will literally have to be an inside job.
That's what it was in Man United.
Then if you've been to the Arsenal ground, I'm not being funny, just locking them front gates all over the stadium, bro. Do you know how thick and heavy them gates are, fam?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to get a battering ram. I mean, one of them that's on a car, fam, to open that, and you're gonna have to, because, bruv. So unless someone on the inside, lets a gate open, slip, and runs off, but Arsenal won't get into the ground. But for me, if this is true, what you're saying, Express, that you've seen people tweet, "Oh, I'm not going to get." What kind of dickheads are you, fam? What kind of waste man are you, bruv? You won't conquer out your club, but you don't want to go to the protest, fam. Hypocrite, dickhead, waste man. I'll free that come to. Do you know what I'm saying?
But these are the type of people, though, Cam, that have probably got season tickets that will say, "Oh, Stan Kroenke out," and then as soon as the games, fans are allowed back in the stadium, they'll carry on going to the games.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, what makes me laugh as well is that the main reason is that this game's massive for Arsenal. It's away in the Champions League, and I'm thinking, like, do you know how stupid you sound when you say that? Because us getting in the Champions League with this owner is just, we're destined to fail anyway. And the whole point is to get rid of the owner. If we sit here and say, "Oh yeah, we'll let this game play," why would he leave? Like, he's not going to care. And this is what I'm saying about Arsenal fans. We do this all the time. Everybody keeps saying to me that hitting the merch, as in not buying it, doesn't make a difference. You're just wrong. Look at what Man United, what happened to them the other day. Adidas were complaining because they aren't selling enough shirts. Like, people just, they have their... Kroenke out, but then I'm going to make an excuse for why I'm going to go and buy a shirt, even though I shouldn't. It's like, just shut up. Like, if you want him out, don't buy a shirt. Simple.
And do you know what? I was watching a stream just before I started this live, innit? And someone said on a stream, innit? When they do start letting the fans go back in, and if this guy is still in charge, the best way is when you go and get your beer, don't gill it at the game. Don't worry about the game. Don't worry about, that's 90 minutes of your life. That's it. 2 hours max. That is it. Get your beer at your local pub. If you want your burgers or something, go to the local stands outside, the local burger vans and stuff outside. Support them. Don't go to the ones inside. Don't go to the ones that surround the whole stadium to go and get your burger, because that money is going in their pocket. Whereas the ones from the outside, that's not going in their pocket. That's going in their business to keep it open for another year or so. And I was like, do you know what? It makes so much sense. Because think about it, on match day alone, fuck this, the tickets. On match day alone, with the burgers, the beers, everything they sell, yeah. But they make fucking thousands, maybe millions, but I don't know, but they make so much money just on that match day alone because of the people will go buy shirts as well, merchandise before the game as well. That's what he was adding as well. Don't go buy the merch. Don't buy nothing. Don't even buy the program unless it's from an independent.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
You got to
go
think.
inside and buy the program. And so I was like, bruv, I couldn't agree with you more, fam.
You got to think as well, right? On a match day, say Arsenal never do fill the stadium, but let's say we did fill our stadium. That's 60,000 fans. You think if every single one of them fans in that stadium brought a burger and the burger was £1, that's £60,000. The footballs.
How much are the burgers there? They're like near enough a tenner, huh?
Yeah, they're fucking extortionate, man. I thought my burger was going to be made out of gold. The amount of money that was costing me. I was like, fucking hell.
Really, like, look, I think they're like £8 or something, yeah? From what I forgot, but I think they're like £7, £8. So I'll say they're £8, yeah. Think about it. £8 times 60,000.
Yeah.
My brain's too tired to be working. I'm quite good at maths normally, but I just can't be asked to be working out stuff. Think about, but oh my god, I don't even want to say it. 8.
I'll look at it. Right.
Basically, just under 500,000.
Just from burgers, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And that's just on burgers. Think about the drinks. The drinks are like £4 or £5, and that's just the soft drinks.
Yeah. And
Do
then,
you know what I mean? Bro? And it all adds up. I'm telling you, it will all add up, yeah. And on a match day, they'll probably end up making about 3-4 million on a match day, or 2 million, 2.5 million on a match day.
and how much is the match day program as well?
It's like £3 or £4, isn't it?
It's like
3 or 4
£3-4
quid.
I remember back in the day, it used to be like £2, £2.50.
Yeah. So you think that out of food, drink, and a match day program, they're probably making just over £1 million anyway. It's fucking
Just
ridiculous.
over, they're making well over, but it's just under 500,000 just for burgers. So think about it. We'll do the same math. So 480,000. It says here, yeah. So we'll round up the drinks to. We'll be nice about this. We'll be £4 in it. We'll say £4, and we're just going on soft drinks. We're not even going alcoholic drinks. Yeah, so 4 times 60,000. That's just under $250,000. So already that's near enough $750,000 on burgers and soft drinks. Now, match day programs, we'll say they're £4. That's $250,000. That's $1 million now. Do you know what I'm saying? Now we're at basically $1 million. And think about, well, we'll say average year. We'll say about 20 to 30,000 on alcoholic drinks. How much are alcoholic drinks, bruv?
Tenner. That's
what I'm saying. That's basically another $250,000 to £300,000 just on alcoholic, bruv. But we're looking at 1.5 to near enough 2 million.
That's what I mean.
Every match day, bruv.
Every single match day, and they had to fucking make Gunnosaurus.
Listen, that's 2 million. Now think about it: 2 million times 19. They're making 38 million just on a match day, basically.
Yeah,
average. They're making 38 million a year, and that's just on Premier League.
Yeah, just think though. Yeah, all them. Just think, all them food, all them burgers, them drinks, them match day programs that you brought for one season, guys. It paid for Granit Xhaka. Well, hey.
Trust. And do you know what? Yeah, I wish I didn't because I had a mad collection. Basically, yeah, where my mum's old job, one of her co-workers' husbands was a season ticket holder. Yeah, and he stopped going in 2009 or 10, but that was due to health problems. He's getting a bit old, so he had to give up a season ticket. I think he gave it to his son or something. Anyway, yeah. He used to buy the match day every day, and then after a couple of days, he'll give it to my mum to give to me. And I'm not even gonna lie, I had from 2003-4 season every single match day, all the way up to 2007-8 season. That I had just match day programs, bro. Because he gave it, and then, but for me, I always tore out the posters that was in the middle. I don't know if they still are, but I always tore out the posters in the middle because I'm young, innit? Yeah, I wanted the posters. I don't realize now, if I had just kept them, bruv, I would have made a fucking fortune out of this pagan club, bro.
Oh yes.
But yeah, hold it. Let me get to this comment here. Cam, your best bet is to go to the Cronky fish and chip shop. Oh, Korean fish and chip shop. That's just outside the stadium. My Gooner friend Ian took me there once. Yeah, it's literally, I think I know where that is as well, man. I think it's the one that's just, if you pass the bridge. That's a nice place to go. But yeah, man, Gooner thoughts. What could you get your thoughts on the whole Villarreal, the first leg?
Just a masterclass, really, wasn't it? Proves why he's so shit. But yeah, Emery got one over on him. Let's be honest, Unai Emery at the wheel. But yeah. I mean, what else do you say? Anyone not blaming Arteta for that match is just deluded. I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of people protecting this guy when he needs to be criticised and he needs to be sacked. Let's be honest. But the lineup, how are you playing no striker? He watched Pep play on Tuesday or Wednesday or whichever day it was, and he completely copied him because he's never ever played a false nine until Pep does it, and he's so washed. Like, you see him on the sideline, like when Ceballos gets sent off, he sat there like, oh, what do I do now? It's like, well, you should have brought him off 10 minutes earlier, mate. And yeah, he's so I agree with Brandon. I don't see us winning on Thursday. It ain't going to be a 1-0. I think Villarreal will come with a bit of smoke. We've seen it. They won on the weekend against Getafe, I think it was. So Unai Emery will be ready. He's obviously rested a few players, and we'll see what happens. But my only issue is this: if Tierney don't play and Xhaka plays at left back, he's not learning anything. That's it. So we need to hope Tierney's back. That's the main thing.
Well, I believe, yeah, if we was to lose, yeah, we was to get knocked out. Well, even if we was to win, but still get knocked out on away goals, wherever, yeah. I generally think, yeah, that sell will speed up.
I hope so.
Bro, sorry, I sort of love you to express just speaking facts. Come on, all the time.
Big up, man. Big up.
True though. Like, for me, I mean, I've turned to Arteta out, innit? And I'll stand by that because I really wanted him to have a sort of a similar season to what Ole did. I really was hoping that way. I wasn't expecting us to get top 4, even though I know a lot of us Arsenal fans at the start of the season, yeah, Arsenal going to get top 4, whatever. I was expecting us to be close at least. Better season than basically last season. But it just hasn't gone that way. And I'm thinking, yo, this guy is obviously not good enough. Man. This guy is just, like I said, it's too big for him. The task is way too big for him. It's not an impossible task, but for him, it's basically Mission Impossible. Literally one where Tom Cruise can't. It's just that, yeah, even Tom Cruise says, "Nah, this is impossible." But like, did nah, I can't do this, bro. You know, like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so mad, man. But yeah, what's your predictions for the final? You predict Villarreal, Man United, yeah?
Yeah, I don't see Roma
You
getting
see
back.
Roma coming with a mad comeback. Because
Nah,
we haven't
man,
really
I
seen that this season in any European games, you know. We normally see one of them, you know. Now, I don't think we will see it. Don't get it twisted. Man United got this in the bag. But there's one thing I have missed this year. We've not seen one of them big-ass European comebacks yet.
Yeah, Ollie found his Viagra, didn't he? He's got past the semis. So I think it's as well. I see a lot of Arsenal fans saying that Arteta, if we get to the final, obviously Arteta always gets one over on Solskjaer. But the thing is, this is a European final. You know, that just goes away. That's not in contention, and then he's going to want to win it, Solskjaer, and he's got a better team. Let's be honest. Yeah, you think Bruno Fernandes and the likes of Rashford won't rip up the likes of Gabriel and Xhaka? Like, come on. The way they're playing right now, man, and the way we're playing as well, like, it'll be L's, but I don't even think we're going to get there. It'll be Villarreal, if you ask me.
I don't want to win the Europa League. Why? You win the Champions League anyway. So
Is he an Ollie outer? Because Ollie outers they don't want him to win.
Players are, innit?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, man. Obviously, we're gonna understand for a minute. We've got nearly an hour and a half, man. And I'm getting tired. Obviously, I got a little man in the morning, so daddy gotta be up early. But yeah, now big up for Junior Express to come on as well, man. Big up yourself, man. If you want,
Yeah, cheers, everyone, man.
come on next week as well. I wanna start putting the link in my man's group chat now, innit?
Yeah, I would have come on earlier, man, but I've got that group chat muted. I can't lie, because sometimes it just pops off. So yeah, I'll keep it on there.
Why do you think do you ever see me in the group chat, bro?
Yeah, true.
I just sometimes go in the group chat. I'm like, yeah, nah, can't be that. You just open it. You're like, you don't even scroll. You just look. You're like,
yeah.
That's no.
I had to mute it, man. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and these men are just popping off. I was like, nah, I can't deal with this.
But yeah, man. Obviously, final thoughts on Thursday. Then you both see us a loss, or you both see us going out anyway. Funny thing is, I see us going through as much as I don't want us to. For the bigger picture, I see us going through, but losing in the final. But that's my personal opinion. I hope we don't go through. Because if we get to the final, I want to say we're losing in the final and we end up fucking winning it and then we end up having concrete for another 10 bloody years, bro. But it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, man, obviously big up Guna Express and Brandon. Obviously Guna Express will know, let everyone know where they can find you.
On Twitter at Gooner Express _ and then on YouTube at the Gooner Express.
Yeah, and obviously Brandon,
Yeah, man. Brandon AFC TV on YouTube. You'll find me on there with my porn star mustache talking about Arsenal.
Listen, you Arsenal fans can't read. What's going on in the chat? Huh? What's going on in the chat? Huh? Hey, calm down in the chat, guys. Calm down. Ending the show. Come on. Fucking up. No, you don't want me to. But I'm tired. But yeah, nah, you know where to find me here every Monday. You already know Sarcasm City. If you haven't already, go follow my Cam ODS YouTube channel. I'll be starting up stuff. June coming. Taking over. Yeah, I've got no muscle still, but still. Anyway. Now, big up everyone for locked on that's still in the chat. Big up everyone who's liked and all that. And yeah, if you're not at the Cronky protest, yeah, you're pagan.
You're well, lad.
It's all love, but you're pagan. It's all love. Don't worry. Anyway, I want to end here. Big up everyone. Have a good one.